Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever found yourself running after something only to realize that it slips further from your grasp the harder you chase it? People are the same way. You see, we often think that to build connections, to lead, or to gain influence, we must chase after people, convincing them to see our worth. But let me tell you, the truth is much simpler. Don't chase people. Let them follow you. The secret lies in knowing who you are and being grounded in that truth. Confidence is magnetic. When you stand tall in your purpose with a clear understanding of your value, people will naturally be drawn to you. They will want to align with you, to be part of your journey, not because you sought them out, but because you presented a vision they can believe in. But there's more to it than just confidence. Authenticity is key. People don't want to follow facades. They want to follow those who are true to themselves, to their mission, and to their beliefs. It's when you stop pretending and start being real that the right people begin to gather around you. Be genuine, be unapologetically yourself, and those who resonate with your truth will find their way to you. Now, as you continue on your journey, remember this: growth is essential. Don't sit waiting for others to follow you. Focus on your own development spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. The more you grow, the more you attract like-minded individuals who see your progress and are inspired by it. As you rise, so will those around you. But never lose sight of the fact that your growth is the key to your influence. You see, it's not about chasing after followers. It's about chasing after a purpose that is bigger than yourself. When you are driven by purpose, when you have something greater than yourself to offer, people are naturally drawn to that energy. When your purpose shines, others will step into your light without you having to chase them. And as you begin to influence, always remember that leadership is not about control, it's about impact. It's about leading by example, inspiring others with your actions, and demonstrating through your life what it means to live with integrity, vision, and courage. You don't need to chase people to lead them. People will follow you when they see that you are a living testament of the change you seek to create. But lastly, remember patience. Everything in life comes in its own time. True followers, those who will walk beside you in your journey, will not be rushed. They will come when the timing is right. Trust that the right people will follow you when they see the value you bring, when they recognize that you have something worth sharing. So my friends, don't waste your energy chasing people. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, on living your purpose with passion, and on leading by example. People will follow you not because you chased them, but because they saw something in you that was worth following. Don't let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your vision lead the way, and let them follow you. Thank you. Imagine for a moment standing in front of a crowd, a room full of people, or even just a single person, and feeling completely at ease, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. What is it that makes you stand tall in that moment? It's the power of self-confidence. Confidence is not something you have to seek or chase after. It is something that grows from within, and once it takes root, it radiates outward. It's the quiet certainty that you know who you are, that you understand your value, and that you are worthy of the space you occupy. People are instinctively drawn to that energy. When you believe in yourself, when you walk with the assurance that you have something worthwhile to offer, others take notice. They can sense that confidence is magnetic. It's like a light in a dark room, a beacon that guides those searching for purpose and direction. But here's the truth: confidence is not about being perfect or never doubting yourself. Confidence comes from knowing your imperfections, accepting them, and still standing firm. It's about realizing that your worth does not depend on the opinions of others or the validation you receive. True self-confidence is the ability to walk into any situation knowing that regardless of the outcome, you have the strength and resilience to face it. And when you carry yourself in this way, when you radiate this quiet power, others are drawn to you not because you try to impress them, but because you have already impressed yourself with the courage to be authentically you. You see, self-confidence isn't a boastful arrogance or an inflated sense of superiority. It's the deep understanding that you have something unique to contribute to the world. And when you embrace that truth, you stop seeking approval from others. Instead, you naturally attract those who resonate with your message, your energy, and your authenticity. People aren't looking for someone who is perfect. They are looking for someone who is real, someone who owns their truth and lives unapologetically. When you are truly confident in who you are, you stop chasing after people, after things, after success, because you know that all of that will come to you in its own time. Confidence isn't about trying to control others or manipulate situations. It's about letting go and trusting that those who are meant to walk with you will find their way to you when the time is right. The more you focus on being the best version of yourself, the more others will be drawn to you. Not out of obligation, but out of a genuine connection to your energy and purpose. And as your self-confidence grows, so too will your influence. You become a living example of what it means to stand firm in your beliefs, to trust in your abilities, and to walk forward with unwavering faith in your journey. People can sense this. They can feel the power of someone who is certain of their purpose, and they will follow, not because you ask them to, but because they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. Your confidence becomes a force that not only transforms you, but also those around you. It is the quiet strength that compels others to believe in themselves, to step into their own power, and to walk confidently beside you. So, embrace your confidence, not as something you need to chase, but as something that will grow naturally when you recognize the power you already possess. Let your confidence speak for you, and let it draw those who are meant to walk with you into your orbit. You don't need to chase anyone when you are truly confident in yourself. They will follow you. There is something deeply powerful about authenticity, something that draws people in, something that makes them want to be near you, to understand your journey. When you are authentic, when you show up as your true self without trying to be someone you're not, there's a magnetic force that others can't ignore. People crave realness. They want to connect with something that isn't manufactured, something that isn't pretending to be perfect. And that something is you, just as you are. The moment you embrace your own truth, the moment you stop trying to mold yourself into what others think you should be, you become an unshakable force. The world is tired of facades, tired of pretenses, tired of people showing up with masks on, trying to fit into roles they were never meant to play. It's exhausting, isn't it? For both you and the people around you. But when you let go of that need to impress or conform, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable and unashamed of your flaws, you start to stand out in a way that no amount of perfection ever could. Being authentic isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about being unapologetically yourself, no matter the circumstances, no matter who's watching. It's about knowing that the right people will resonate with the real you, not with the version of yourself that you think others want to see. You see, there is a freedom in authenticity that you cannot find in imitation. It's the freedom to walk in your own path, to stand firm in your values, to speak your truth, even when it's not easy. And when you speak your truth, you give others the permission to do the same. You open a door for others to be brave enough to show up as they are, not as they think the world expects them to be. When you show up as your true self, people don't just follow you, they connect with you. They feel safe around you, knowing that they don't have to pretend to be something they're not. There's no fear in authenticity, only the power of genuine human connection. And that is what people seek. They seek to be understood, to be heard, to be accepted for who they truly are. When you lead with authenticity, you create a space where others can do the same. Don't be afraid of being real. Don't be afraid of showing your scars, your flaws, or your struggles. Those things don't make you weak, they make you relatable. They make you someone others can trust. It's when you embrace who you are fully, unconditionally, that you become an example of strength. The world needs more of that kind of strength, that kind of courage. It needs more people who are willing to stand in their own truth, no matter the noise around them. So be real. Be the person you were always meant to be, not the person you think you should be. When you are truly yourself, you will find that the right people will follow you, not because they have to, but because they want to. They will follow your example, they will be inspired by your journey, and they will find the courage to be authentic themselves. In a world that is constantly trying to pull us in different directions, authenticity is your most powerful tool. Let it shine brightly and watch how people begin to follow. As we journey through life, we often look around and see the success, the achievements, the connections others have, and we wonder how they got there. It's easy to think that success is about chasing the right people, gaining approval, or seeking validation from the outside world. But what if I told you that the true path to influence and fulfillment starts not by looking outward, but by looking inward? Personal growth is the bedrock of everything. The more you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the more you naturally attract others who are drawn to that growth. You don't have to chase after anything or anyone when you are in the process of becoming the person you were always meant to be. As you grow, you begin to radiate a different kind of energy, a magnetic energy that pulls the right people into your life. But this growth doesn't come easily, and it doesn't come overnight. It's about daily choices, small improvements, and the discipline to keep pushing forward even when the results aren't immediately visible. When you make personal growth your priority, everything changes. Suddenly, it's not about proving yourself to others or seeking approval from outside sources. It's about understanding that your worth is intrinsic, and as you grow in wisdom, skill, and character, you become a force that others want to be around. Your growth is not just for your own benefit, it becomes a beacon of inspiration for those who are also on their own journey, those who are seeking something greater, something more. Personal growth is also about expanding your mindset. When you commit to growth, you open your mind to new possibilities, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. You stop limiting yourself with old beliefs and begin to embrace a future that is filled with limitless potential. As your mind expands, so too does your influence. The people who resonate with your vision will gravitate towards you, not because you are trying to get them to follow, but because they see in you someone who is living authentically and boldly in pursuit of something greater. This growth is not just about accumulating knowledge, but about evolving emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. When you grow emotionally, you learn to respond to challenges with grace. You stop reacting out of fear or insecurity and begin to act with wisdom and compassion. When you grow spiritually, you align with your deeper purpose, understanding that your life has a higher calling that goes beyond what the world may offer. And when you grow mentally, you start to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. The more you grow, the more you will realize that you don't have to chase anything. You don't have to chase success because it will follow. You don't have to chase respect because it will come when people see your transformation. You don't have to chase relationships, for the right people will see the person you are becoming and will be naturally drawn to you. The world has a way of responding to those who are true to their purpose and who are committed to their personal growth. And remember, this growth is a lifelong journey. It's not a destination. It's a continuous process of learning, evolving, and becoming. There will be times when you stumble, when the path feels unclear, but if you keep moving forward, if you keep focusing on your growth, you will eventually find that you've attracted more than just followers. You've attracted the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances that align with the person you are becoming. When we speak of purpose, we're talking about the essence of who we are and why we exist. It's the fire that drives us, the core motivation that propels us forward, even when the road gets tough. Too often, people believe that success comes from the relentless pursuit of external validation, chasing after people's approval or followers. But let me tell you, the greatest power lies in pursuing your purpose, and when you chase that, people will naturally come. Purpose is magnetic. It's not something you have to convince others of because it's felt, not just seen. It's a quiet force working behind the scenes. When you are fully aligned with your purpose, you radiate an energy that is undeniable. It speaks louder than words, louder than actions, because it comes from the deepest part of you, from the place where your passions, your skills, and your heart converge. When you pursue that purpose with every fiber of your being, you create a presence that others can't help but be drawn to. Think about it, the people who have truly impacted the world, those who have inspired millions, changed lives, and moved entire movements forward, never chased after people. They pursued something much bigger than themselves. They followed the calling that was deep within them, and the people followed them not because they asked for it, but because they recognized that there was something worth following. It wasn't about getting others to see them as special. It was about being so engrossed in their mission that others couldn't help but see the brilliance of their purpose. And let's not forget, this purpose gives you direction. It gives you clarity. It tells you where to go when you're lost, how to move when you feel uncertain, and why you should keep going when the journey gets hard. When you're driven by purpose, distractions lose their hold on you. The approval of others, no longer necessary. The opinions of those who don't understand, irrelevant. Because your focus is fixed on something higher than approval, it's on impact. And impact doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't chase. It creates ripples that others are compelled to follow. Pursuing your purpose is like being on a path with an invisible compass that always points you toward what you were meant to do. The more you commit to that path, the more you discover how the universe, life, and even the people around you align to help you bring that purpose to life. People will follow you, yes, but they won't follow because you chase them. They will follow because they see in you the embodiment of something that inspires them, something that lights a fire in their own hearts. You don't need to beg for followers or be afraid of rejection. When you walk in your purpose, the right people will naturally be attracted to you. Your purpose will speak to them at a level that resonates, a level that they can't ignore. And when they do follow, it won't be because you needed them. It will be because they believe in what you're doing, in what you stand for, and in the difference you're making in the world. So I encourage you today, stop chasing after people. Stop chasing after what you think you need. Start chasing after your purpose and watch how people, the right people, begin to follow you, not because you asked them to, but because they believe in what you're doing and they want to be a part of it. Leadership is not about control, it's about influence. Too often we fall into the trap of thinking that leadership means holding power over others, directing them in every move and demanding loyalty. But true leadership is not about dominating or imposing your will, it's about inspiring and guiding others through your own example. When you seek control, you operate from a place of fear that others will not follow you, fear that without your constant supervision, things will fall apart. But when you lead through influence, you operate from a place of trust. You trust yourself, you trust your vision, and most importantly, you trust those around you. You understand that leadership is not about forcing people to follow, but about creating an environment where they feel compelled to follow because they see something in you worth believing in. The greatest leaders never need to yell the loudest or make the biggest demands. Their actions speak for themselves. They don't need to control every step because they have created a culture of mutual respect and shared purpose. Their influence is quiet but powerful, like the pull of a magnet that draws others in without force. You see, leadership is a form of service. It's about putting the needs and growth of others above your own ego. It's about being a reflection of the values you wish to see in the world, demonstrating patience, integrity, and humility. People follow leaders not because they are told to, but because they are inspired to. They follow because they believe in what the leader stands for and what they represent. And in return, the leader lifts others up, giving them the tools to succeed, empowering them to be their best, and showing them the path to greatness. Great leaders do not seek to make people subservient to their will. They seek to elevate those around them, encouraging others to step into their own leadership. They know that the best way to lead is to empower others to lead as well. When you inspire others through your words, your actions, and your values, you create a ripple effect of influence that extends far beyond what you could achieve with control. You empower people to make their own decisions, to follow their own path, and to take responsibility for their actions. In the end, the mark of true leadership is not the number of people you can command or control, but the number of people who are moved by your influence, who are willing to follow your lead because they believe in what you stand for and want to be a part of the journey. Influence is not force, it's the quiet, persistent power of your vision, your integrity, and your ability to inspire others to step up and become leaders themselves. Patience and timing are often the most overlooked components of success, yet they are the ones that hold the greatest power in shaping our journey. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, it's easy to become impatient, to feel that we must push harder, chase faster, and force things to happen. But let me remind you, there is power in waiting. There is power in understanding that the right people will come into your life at the right time. And until then, your task is to grow, to prepare, and to stay faithful to your path. The universe has a way of aligning people and opportunities when the time is right. If you try to rush things, you might find yourself surrounded by people who aren't truly aligned with your vision, or worse, you might find yourself in situations that aren't yet ready for you to fully step into. What you need right now is not more effort, but more trust in the process, more patience with yourself and with the journey. Great things don't happen overnight. The strongest oak tree didn't grow in a single season. It took years of consistent, steady growth beneath the surface where no one could see it. Your journey too is unfolding in its own time. When you push too hard too soon, you risk uprooting the very foundation you've been building. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simply stay rooted, keep cultivating your inner strength, and let the right connections blossom at their own pace. Timing is everything. Think about all the people who've come into your life at just the right moment, when you were ready to receive them, when you were prepared for what they had to offer. The relationships, the opportunities, the moments of breakthrough, they all arrived at their appointed time, not a minute sooner or later. You may not see it now, but there's a grand plan unfolding. And trust that those who are meant to follow you, those who will walk beside you in the fullness of your purpose, will find their way when they too are ready. So I urge you to embrace patience, not as a passive waiting, but as an active belief in the unfolding of your life. Don't rush or force things. Let go of the need to chase after every opportunity, every person, every fleeting moment of success. Instead, focus on staying true to your vision, growing with grace, and trusting that everything will come to you when it is meant to. The right people will follow you, and they will do so because they recognize in you the vision and purpose that can guide them to where they need to be. In the meantime, stay rooted in your truth, stay faithful to your journey, and allow the universe to work in its perfect timing. The best is yet to come, and it will come in the right season. As you stand firm in your purpose, trust that everything you need will find its way to you at the perfect moment. The people who are meant to walk with you will come, drawn by the light you emit when you stay true to who you are. You don't need to chase, you need only to live with purpose, with integrity, and with patience. Your time is coming, and in that time, the right people will step into your life, ready to follow you, not because you chased them, but because they saw in you the example they've been waiting for. Keep going, keep growing, and let them follow you. The journey is yours to lead, and it will unfold in its own perfect time. Keep the faith, stay the course, and know that everything is happening exactly as it should.